empire-fence.com.
Rosie's Sports Bar and Grill, open for lunch and dinner at 1501 Center Park Road, just south of 14th and Highway 2.
It's time to go one-on-one with DP. Coming at you live from the heart of Lincoln, America on 93.7 The Ticket and theticketfm.com. Sponsored by the Downtown Lincoln Foundation. Here is your host, Derek Pearson.
Monday. For all the cool Monday songs. I don't know which day has the most songs, right? Monday or Friday. Saturday has a few. I don't know what day has the most, but it seems like Monday has quite a few. Manic Monday is the one that comes to mind. Right away. Monday boom, though. 11:03, Lincoln in the city. 32 degrees on the way up into the 40s. Well done, Mother Nature. We appreciate you hanging out in those good numbers. 402-464-5685. The Sartor Hammond text line if you want to be a part of what we're doing. And reach out. There'll be several opportunities to text in about squares over the course of the day for Sunday's Super Bowl, formerly known as the Super Bowl, the NFC AFC championship game has morphed into one of the great sporting events, if not the great sporting event. The question of the day is this: what's the greater sporting event, Super Bowl or the Olympics? Because we're headed firmly directly into the Olympics, the Winter Olympics. And this is the time where we're supposed to unite on sports. So hopefully we can do that. But Super Bowl is another chance that, quite frankly, it doesn't matter who you root for normally. You can find some enjoyment for the Super Bowl. So we'll get into that over the course of the hour. Of course, we'll go back a day and talk about both Nebraska men's and women's basketball and what's the week forward for them. We will also talk about Husker tennis, a great Sunday for Nebraska tennis men's and women's. We'll talk about Nebraska wrestling, which opens the door towards their sprint towards Big Ten tournament and getting all things in order. Lots to talk about, as usual, on a Monday, but we appreciate you hanging out. You can follow on all the live video streams, Facebook, YouTube, X, LO Channel 961. If you would download the Ticket app and follow on Amazon Prime, greatly appreciate you all. Now, 2 questions for my guy, Bach. First of all, sir, kind sir, how the heck are you?
Hey, not too bad. I think most of those Monday songs are usually negative about a case of the Mondays, but I would say Monday Night Football is probably my favorite Monday song.
Right? Like, I mean, we have, right? Like, it's a thing. Like, I don't know. We know the Monday Night Football song. Do we know the Thursday Night Football song?
I don't know the Thursday Night Football
Like,
song.
I know that Sunday night is Carrie Underwood. Or it used to be Hank Williams, right? Which was Hank? Hank was Monday night.
Yeah, he's Monday night.
And then, but is he currently Monday night?
I don't think so. I have to go check.
Right? Like,
I don't know. Are all the rowdy friends still there?
No,
for Monday
but
night?
that was kind of the thing, right? That was the and it wasn't even the first Monday Night Football theme. It's just the one they got everybody to sing along, because the one before it was kind of this digitized Roone Arledge staple wide world of sports Monday Night Football kind of thing intro. And all of the shows had their own theme. Like CBS, pregame had its back in the Brent Musburger days. It had its own. And then NBC went and had its own. And then ESPN, of course, with Berman. Berman kind of elevated the whole NFL engagement sort of deal, pre and post. So it's evolved. One of these days, we'll spend a whole lot of time going through. Because I think sports teams are fantastic.
Oh, me too, yeah.
Like, I think they're fantastic. And I'm not sure. And think of the size of the event. Like, the Super Bowl does not have a theme song. Or does it? Maybe it does. Does it?
Not that I could think of.
Right? We wouldn't identify it because the Olympics has its own theme song. Now, I guess here's the question. Do all networks use the same Olympics theme? Dun 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 dun. Does every network use the same ones?
I'm not sure.
Yeah, this is welcome to One-on-One, where we go down rabbit holes and never come out. Is it like it's a true thing? Like, I don't know. I don't know. All right, Bach, we know how you're doing. Please pay the bills, sir. Pay the bills.
All right. Yes, today's show is sponsored by Hamilton Telecommunications, bringing you the latest quality technology and communication services since 1901. Whether it's residential or business, Hamilton has the answers. Visit hamiltontel.com for more info today.
Thank you, sir. Yeah, all the way down the rabbit hole. Like it's the time. Like I listened to a buddy of mine from back east sent me this meme of maybe this being the greatest sports weekend or the sports week, because you're heading into March Madness, right? Because you're starting to build into tournament seedings, and college basketball has each game has more meaning than it had in, say, December. And then the Super Bowl, and then with it being the Olympics, and then. So I wasn't real sure. And then there are those, I'm sure there's somebody out there that can tell us how many days until spring training, till catchers and pitchers report. Right? Like it's an interesting time. So we'll go through that. Of course, in the stories that are, we want to, you've also got the road to WrestleMania. You're absolutely correct. Especially you picked the right show to say that on. Bach and I will both go down that rabbit hole with you 100%. Whole other thing. Cheeseburger says this about the Olympics. Olympics is a better sporting event. Brings the country together, cheering for their country's athletes and no hatred of another team. Yeah, it was a thing. There was a time, like I'm old enough to have been, like, I was in high school for the '80 Olympics and the Miracle on Ice. And it's a different time because we didn't have the Olympics weren't broadcast live. We didn't, Bach, most of the country didn't see that live. You had to stay up and watch like the primetime edit of it later. And it was the weirdest thing because, and we didn't have the internet. So it's not like we were tracking this thing all along. Like, it's not like we can do now. We really were in the dark ages of sports because like we didn't know it. We didn't know it. And for all you old heads out there, correct me if I'm wrong. But I remember talking about it at school that day. And DC, I mean, Virginia, we still, like, we had the Caps, so we followed hockey and we were into it. But as the story built, and there were two versions of it, because one, there was the game against Russia. But then there was the game you had to win. That wasn't the gold medal game. So you had to follow it. And then you got the results. Like every now and then, like the sports news would come in at 5:30, like sports at 5:30, and it would come in and go, okay, cover your ears if you're going to watch the hockey game, so we can tell everybody else what happened. And of course, there were so many family feuds because somebody in the family would tell everybody else what was going. Like, there were family rules. Hey, you better not tell me what happened. And then, of course, I had 4 older sisters who were diabolical in their ability to just walk in the middle of period 2 and go, oh, I know how this finishes. We didn't have live NBA finals.
Yikes.
We didn't see Bach. This was brutal. It was brutal. So cable, I want to say cable hit my neighborhood in the 70s, late 70s. So not early 70s, but late 70s. And it introduced sports in a different way. We had started to evolve in the where you had a CBS game, which was NFC, And then you had an NBC game, which was the AFC, later in the afternoon, right? And they tried not to step on each other. There was no Sunday night football. There was no Thursday night football. I know we were sports poor.
What'd you do all week?
We were sports poor. Bach, we were sports poor. It really, like, to think about it. Bill and Bennett says those games were live on the radio. Exactly. Like, that was how we consumed a lot of things, right? And Dave Raska, I get in trouble sometimes when I say what you just said on the text line, but I'll read your text because I agree with you. Well, I'd read even if I didn't agree with you. But he says Summer Olympics is greater than the Winter Olympics. I also think America's better at the Summer Olympics. Like that may have something to do with it, because those sports, a lot of the winter sports were not sports that are featured, could not be featured here in America. There were just things that weren't being done. And yeah, ESPN was kind of the added value of ESPN coming through with cable, because they could give you sports at a time when it used to be you got a noon local news sports minute, sort of. And then you got a 5 news at 5 and 6. You didn't get it at 7. You got it at 5 and 6. And then you got it at 11. And you got pockets of like 4, 5, and 6 minutes of sports 4 times during the day. Like, that was it. That was it. And then, yes, you would have local radio who would have those conversations with you. But then back in those days, back with no internet, you would get these AP reports that would just pour into your office. And there was a machine that would just rattle off local sports, like national sports stories. And that was it. And you'd circle them and you'd go through, right? You'd decide for what of those stories you wanted. It was a different time. It was a different but you're right. What did we do? I don't know what we did. I don't know what we did. Like, I don't know what we did when we did. Like, it was crazy.
Have you ever thought why? And obviously, biggest sports fan, love it. Tune in. Obviously, this is what we do for a living.
Yeah.
Have you ever thought about why sports are included in the news? I mean, I appreciate it.
Well, because it was
more
community.
like falls in entertainment.
Well, no.
Was it ratings?
No. Here was the thing. The thing that we miss from sports is that sports is always the connector to the community. It's also the mirror. Hold on. Tell Miller, get in here. Get in here. Bring the book. Yeah. Yeah. What do you? Yeah. Get in here. What do you, how you just gonna walk in here and not say hi? You know, what are you dropping off? I know. Grab the microphone. Grab the microphone. You're not ready for the look. You are author now. You got to be ready for this all the time.
What you doing now?
Man, come on in here.
Oh boy,
Mr. Listen, man. you are an author. You have added more things to your name. All the shoulders that you stood on in your whole life are proud of you, because you are elevated. You are adding to your name. It's like when you graduate, you get those letters behind your name.
Yes, sir.
When you're a football player, you get those letters behind your name.
Sure.
Kind sir, and he and I, we've had this conversation about. I've been saying all along that he's had stories that need to be told, and I was sincere when I said it.
Sure.
I was absolutely sincere when I said it. So tell the people, this book of yours, come on, man. You are an author now. You are a Husker. You are a Husker legend, but you are an author.
Yes, sir.
Be proud of yourself.
Appreciate that.
Introduce yourself to the folks.
All right. So my name is Willie Miller, ex-fullback from down there in Lincoln. Letterman for 4 years, and then started for 2 years. So yeah. So
Author, Willie. Author
today. Yes. Registered nurse today.
Yep.
Yes. No longer a football player.
No, but
Man living life.
Well, they would say that you're always a football player. It becomes a part of your DNA, right?
Yeah.
That how you fight through things,
Absolutely.
how you deal with friction. in the book, first of all, why did you decide to write the book?
Started writing. I wrote the book because of life experience, right? There's a down period where I went through, where I was on disability, all that good stuff, on a bunch of medications, completely checked out, and didn't really know what was going on in my life during that time. And then as I rebounded from that, once I got sober and all those things, and then went and did Creighton, just started taking a look at how was I thinking, what was going on. I ended up watching an interview from when I was living at the Salvation Army and saw myself, and actually for the very first time, I realized kind of what was going on with myself, where before I had seen that and I never realized what was happening. In that moment, I realized that I was just completely overwhelmed with life experience. We don't talk about life, for guys, we talk about how to be tough, pay your bills, don't show emotions and all that. Well, I can tell you that is what broke me, to try and be a man and to have no feelings, no emotions and all this stuff. So I had to learn how to process feelings, how to process emotions, actually how to recognize those things first and foremost, how to slow down to begin with, so I can even identify those things, first and foremost. So that's why I wrote this book. There's been a journey, and it's not about to go through all the football. It's just literally the thinking and the changes, and truly what it took for me to become a man that I'm proud of today, that my daughter is proud of. I have the relationship I always wanted. I can pay my bills. I mean, all those things that you're taught growing up about being a man, I can do those man things by doing what I did in this book. And so that's why I wrote this book, is trying to help encourage other people, because when you're dealing with life, it's like if you have any kind of worry, any moment, something you're going on and you can't process it, handle it, or answer that question right away, it's almost like you feel like you're a failure or you don't know how to do something. And sometimes things you don't know how to do, you have to learn how to do those things. And sometimes there's no one to actually show you. So therefore, you have to learn to do it yourself. And when you do it yourself, it's a very slow process. So this change in thinking was over a decade period. While again, yes, I had income for being on disability and all this stuff, but it was a slow process of really trying to retrain my brain and really learn how to identify feelings, emotions, and then handle them appropriately.
You said so much there, and I happen to know that the changing of the brain allows you to change your body,
right?
Which allows you now have the vehicle to do all the things and be the person you want to be. What was the moment that pushed you over the hump? And you said, you know what, I've got to figure this out to figure this out.
It's a great question. It's a great question. I would say that there were several moments early on, like when I got placed on all these medications, where I kept saying to myself, this isn't working. I don't feel right. And you go into a doctor and that doctor would change that prescription. But again, when you're dealing with the wrong class of things, when you're thinking you're bipolar, but yet you're dealing with trauma, right? You got to get to a new place. So I'd say that was kind of the beginning, but I'd say when it kind of came down to the end of it all, the crux of it all was, I finally got the help I needed from the Nebraska Grace Foundation, who helped me with my back, which was great. But then it's like the physical part, like you said, once you get the physical part going, then also I'm like, okay, now it's big time. Now I'm ready because the body is moving, I can move. And mentally I'm like, okay, but this is the point. And again, that's when I drank myself into the coma. The last time I had a drink on 10/20 of 18, 10/21 of 18 is my sobriety date with alcohol and everything. And that's where I went to treatment that's where I knew that this is the moment where I need to dive into what is going on mentally. What don't I know? What do I think I know that I don't know? And let's go get some help, because I knew physically I'm ready, but mentally I'm still sitting on those medications. Like I said, I was like, this just isn't right. And I'm so grateful that I went to treatment, because again, that's where he took me off all the medications I've been on for like 20 years. I mean, we're talking about high doses of things like 1,200 milligrams of Seroquel, 1,500 milligrams of Depakote. I mean, I'm taking 4 Xanny bars a day. I mean, and things that people are sitting there saying, how can you be on that much? I'm like, I was a big guy, I was 400 pounds. And again, when you don't know what's going on with you, you can be kind of angry, and it come across as anger when you're an intense person. So I think that was also part of it, just kind of calm that down a little bit. So,
and a lot of you as a football player, there are some things that you have to carry with you for good, and there are things that you have to put down. There are things about being a high level Division I football player and a fullback, which checks a whole lot of different boxes for personality type, how you engage friction. As a matter of fact, there are people that say fullbacks are different humans because they're those in middle linebackers are the ones that have to embrace friction. They have to seek it out.
Yeah. And you know, when you're a fullback, you're a protector. You protect others, and you do have to be careful because you will try and spring into action. That's where you're wired. There's a whistle that goes, there's a play count that happens, there's a snap of the ball, and you go. And in life, you're going to see things go on. You're going to see things happening with people. Again, you do have to make some wise decisions and things, and you do have to slow your brain down because you cannot handle. I've already made that mistake and got my felony back in 2000, and I got it convicted in 2009. So my point is, you can't handle life the same way you did on the football field. You truly do have to, but you're still that same person, as you brought about. You still are that same person, so you do have to slow it down a bit, actually think a little bit more, and take a moment to make that decision because we're not on the field where it has to be a split decision done, deal. But again, it's you have to be careful in what you do. And then again, if you don't think appropriately or in the right manner, you can get yourself in trouble. So that was what I'm grateful for.
The phrase that was given to me was that an elevated man stands on the shoulders of a lot of people, a lot of great people. Who helps you?
You done got me in
Come
here
on,
this.
Willie.
I wasn't expecting none of this. I just
Come on, Willie.
You talking about who done told. I'm not even prepared for this.
No,
but,
I want people to go get this book
but-
because this book, there's not a person listening that
Mm.
this book isn't good for.
Mm.
Like and if it's not good for them, it's good for somebody they love.
Gotcha.
Like I have full understanding of that. So in this journey, in this path,
Yeah.
and getting through friction, it requires the help of great people. It
Absolutely.
just does.
Absolutely. And I would say, so I'll go through this again. Just know that I'm on the spot, people. If I forget anybody, I apologize, but I'm gonna come with it.
Well,
best
we're
I
gonna
can.
have this conversation again
sometime.
soon, so don't
All right.
worry about it.
All
If
right,
you don't
so-
get them this
so
time, we'll get them next time.
On the moment, what I'll say is this. Number one, I want a big shout out to Ricky Simmons. Ricky is a man that I had helped somebody. They had a conversation with Ricky at a speaking event that he had. And without hesitation, I'm sitting in my apartment all by myself. I barely have any friends in this world. And the phone rings and Ricky Simmons is on the other end of that phone line. And from that moment, Ricky and I had a heart-to-heart discussion. He knew where I was coming from. I understood where he was, and we connected. And he's been there ever since. And so I'm grateful for Ricky because he is a person that pointed out to me about the importance of thinking positively, putting positive out there, put it that way. Because again, you get to a certain point in your life, you might start putting some positive out there, and then boom, you get your little moment, you're frustrated, boom, out comes the other stuff. And it's like, you can't be doing all that. You got to stay in the lane, pick a lane, choose that lane and stay there. Ricky was a great one to help me establish that. From that point, I'd say, there was Margie Smith, who was with the Nebraska Greats Foundation. She is a woman that held my hand through that entire process. The moment she talked to me, I told her, hey, this is great, Margie. You guys are going to help me, but you guys aren't going to be able to help me. It's not going to work out. I mean, I'm on this negative train that you wouldn't believe. And Margie was the one that kept saying, Willie, this is all going to work out. This is all going to be fine. You were a Husker. You did X, Y, Z. And she's a second mom to me. And I'm grateful for that woman. Eric Crouch is another guy who, man, with the foundation, just from day one, he found out I needed some help and assistance. Eric's been there. He's been my guy. He's been supportive. He's been encouraging. He's been uplifting. And I just love Eric today because, it's not about what we did on the field. It's about what he's doing today, the fact that he does his playground stuff, but he's out there. He puts hands on. He interacts with his people. He's an amazing human being. When people ask him for a signature, Eric just, boom, he just signs. And he smiles with a smile, and he takes a picture. I love that about him. So he's another guy to help me out. I'd say one of the biggest ones as far as on a financial back and just being there for me too has been Fred Hawkins. Fred has been an amazing individual for me and with me. We met at the Nebraska Greats one day, had a discussion where I let him know what my plan was because at that time I was taking my prereqs through Metro, and my goal was to get to Creighton to do their accelerated nursing program and to eventually become a registered nurse. And all those things ended up being accomplished and everything. But Fred is a guy who believed in me from day one when I said that. The other guy is John Shuley. He does a lot of things with teammates. He was another guy who's watched me for many years, we're friends, and he just was very supportive in what I was doing. Bruce Rasmussen, another wonderful individual that, I met one time at a dinner. And from that moment, Bruce was very supportive. He knew of my changes and everything else. And it's just, there's been some amazing people on this journey, some that, kept through it, some that, we've gone different ways and whatnot, but I'm grateful for them. VJ is another guy that's always been there. VJ and I, we've known each other and seen each other, during some down times and whatnot. And again, he's just another guy that's been there for me and another outlet I could have. So those are some of the main people. And my wife, my wife is the person that I met when things were not good, and I'd saying I was just done dating, whatever else. I've been married. I'd done the marriage thing 3 times, y'all. Done. I was done. But I said only if God brought in the right woman and made it, just slap me in the face with this is the one, would I consider it. And that's what he did. We've had our own times, we've had our own challenges and everything else, but we're great today and doing the best of just going about it. And so those are some of the highlights of some of the main folks. I mean, Dr. Tadero, who was at Creighton, who was our director of that program, give me the opportunity to do the program, to get through the program. She's a person who said that she had no idea if a football guy, well, she didn't think a football guy can come through and do the accelerator program at Creighton. She's like, that just didn't her. Yeah. She was very motivated that I worked my butt off. She was great. She thought I did great on my grades, having about a 3.5 from Lincoln, and I had a 4.0 from the classes that I took at Metro. So she was like, you know what? Maybe if there's a football guy can do it, maybe it's this guy, but I don't think a football guy can get through it. And she smiles ear to ear, when I got through that program and everything else. And so there's been some amazing people that have been a part of this journey, and I really wouldn't be there. I wouldn't be where I'm at today without any of them, really.
Willie, let people know the title of the book and how they can find it.
So the book, it's titled "It's the Space Between Reaction and Choice," subtitled "How Integrity Aligns Destiny." You can find the books on books.by, and it's Willie and then the hyphen Miller. That's where you basically can find the book at this time. Plan to do like an electronic, like a recorded video or an audio version stuff later on at a certain point. But right now, that's where you can find it. It's on books.by and Willie hyphen Miller. I'm
gonna do this. So we have a podcast studio right around the corner, right here, literally right here. When I did my last book, I did audio. I did the audio chapters. I went in there and recorded.
Okay.
Willie, brother, I'm gonna offer that studio for free. Come use it, record, do your audio book. You have a place if you need it. If you don't need it, cool. But if you want to just come in and do this, I want you to get your stuff down.
Thank you.
Appreciate you. Willie Miller, appreciate you, bro. We'll go to break. More one-on-one here on The Ticket.
Download our app by searching 93.7 The Ticket in your app store. You're listening to One-on-One with DP on 93.7 The Ticket and theticketfm.com.
Big value and big flavor meet at Wings and Rings thanks to the all-new delicious Duo Combo. This is the one you've been waiting for. Get one half-sized appetizer and 2 entrees with a side for only $19.99. Bring a friend for the best deal in town on any day of the week, during game time, or whenever the heck you want. Their made-to-order wings and chicken sandwiches are waiting for you at their 68th and O and 40th and Old Cheney locations. Stop by Wings and Rings and celebrate every day with the best meal deal in town. Hey guys, it's Austin Orman. Join me and former Husker Jay Foreman this Friday, February 6th for Old School, live from Back 9 Golf, just south of 14th and Pine Lake Roads in South Lincoln. We'll tell you all you need to know about the premier indoor golf place in Lincoln while enjoying Friday afternoon action of the Waste Management Open. Stop by for giveaways, prizes, and a tour of the facility. We hope to see you there on Friday, February 6th, beginning at 3 p.m. for Old School, live from Back 9 Golf in South Lincoln.
93.7 The Ticket, Fox, KFXL weather. Sponsored by John Henry's Plumbing, Heating, and Air Conditioning.
Your Lincoln forecast for today, patchy fog this morning. Otherwise, we'll see mostly cloudy skies and light winds. The high around 39. Tonight, mainly cloudy skies, calm winds, a low around 24. And tomorrow, we'll see mostly cloudy skies and light winds with an afternoon high near 37. I'm meteorologist Kyle Plucker from 93.7 The Ticket and theticketfm.com.
A lot of people in the summertime think, gee, I want to build a new home. By the time they go through the process of sitting down, getting the permits, and getting the home started, the home isn't done until January or February.
Bob Benish is the founder and president of Aspen Builders, online at aspenbuildersinc.com.
I think the best time to start designing your new home is the month of February. Get an early start on it. Sit down. The snow's flying. Let's sit around the table. Let's drop some plans. When we're looking out for a homeowner, we're always keeping their budget in mind. Let's put numbers together and let's get that thing started so that the home's done in summer or fall before school starts. So now is really the time to be contacting us to get an appointment to get the job done.
Make your dream a reality and call Aspen Builders at 423-6811. Online at aspenbuildersinc.com. Your dream home is waiting. at Aspen Builders.
At Parkview Animal Hospital in Lincoln, it's not just their professional care that sets them apart, but their warm staff and state-of-the-art facilities. Whether it's for a routine checkup or a comprehensive medical procedure, at Parkview, your pet isn't just another number, but a valued member of their caring family. Visit them at pahlincoln.com today and in person just south of 14th and Pine Lake Road. Parkview Animal Hospital, your pet, their passion for happier, healthier, furry friends.
Is your furnace ready for winter? Call Bryant to perform a thorough check for comfort and peace of mind. 467-1111. Bryant Air Conditioning, Heating, Electrical, and Plumbing. Whatever it takes.
There are so many realtors in Lincoln and Omaha, but don't get overwhelmed by all the no-names, plus all the different companies. Ben Bleicher with Professional Realty Group at Berkshire Hathaway Home Services Real Estate is your go-to option, whether buying or selling residential, luxury, leasing, investment properties, or commercial property, small or large. Ben's team offers decades of experience, unbeatable customer service, and promises to fully protect your interests throughout the entire transaction. Call 402-419-6309 for all your real estate needs. Ben Bleicher with Professional Realty Group of BHHS Ambassador Real Estate.
At Raising Cane's, we hand batter every chicken finger, mix every cane sauce, butter every Texas toast, stir every slaw, and salt every fry. Because when you do it right, you can taste it in every bite. Raising Cane's chicken fingers, one love.
Have you been looking for home technology upgrades but don't know where to turn? Online information can be contradicting and confusing. Lincoln's own experts at Diode Technologies can turn your living room into the place to watch your favorite sports. Whatever your vision is, Diode Tech is ready to make it a reality. From home theaters to outdoor entertainment spaces, they bring you along through the entire process to make sure you get exactly what you want. If you're ready to upgrade your entertainment space, visit Diode Tech online at diodetech.net or give them a call at 402-793-5124. Flowers and chocolate are great for Valentine's Day, but you know what really earns you bonus points? A massage. No, not from you, but from the professionals at The Body Shop. Now is the time to purchase a gift certificate for your significant other to make sure you're the big winner this Valentine's Day. Go to thebodyshoplincoln.com and select from their wide variety of specific massages. Once you've purchased, you can either print out the certificate or email it to the lucky recipient. Do Valentine's Day right this year with a massage from The Body Shop, right behind Eyeglass World at 56th and O.
Mike, I've been thinking our house could really use a makeover. How about new siding?
I've been thinking the same thing. Have you heard of James Hardy?
Yes. Sarah down the street had Roofing Service Company install James Hardy siding on their home, and they love it.
Roofing Service Company does have great reviews.
They took her through the design process and made everything super easy.
Roofing Service Company offers expert design and installation. Couple that with James Hardy's durable products and variety of colors, you and your family will love your exterior remodel. Just visit roofingservicecompany.com. That's roofingservicecompany.com.
Hi, Sean Callahan here for Koppel Chevrolet GMC, and wow, what a year it was at Koppel. The Koppel family would like to say thank you for a record-setting sales year in 2025. Now let's start 2026 off with the bang. New GMC Sierra pickups starting at $12,500 off list or 0% APR. Also hot off the presses, new Terrain leases at $299 per month. That's right, $299 per month on new GMC Terrain leases. So please stop on in the store or online at koppelcars.com. Stock numbers G138852 and G16518. 2,500 down with proof credit.
Back to One-on-One with DP. Sponsored by the Downtown Lincoln Foundation on 93.7 The Ticket.
Let's thank Willie Miller. Congratulations, Willie Miller, for the life evolved and what he's doing with himself and for others. Again, go find him on social media and buy his book. It's a great supportive item for a Husker great, and kind of the example, the living example of what the Husker greats is, Nebraska greats is about, and what Husker Nation is about, and the rallying of this incredible group of people and this incredible town, this incredible state, for the people who fight for it and try to be an example, and the ability to forgive people and allow people to grow and get better is an important human element. So it is well done, Willie, and we'll have you back shortly as well. Craving something warm. It's 39 degrees, temperature shooting up. But if you want something warm, sweet, and unforgettable, Insomnia Cookies has you covered. Whether you're hosting a party, planning an event, or getting ready for the holidays, Insomnia Cookies delivers fresh baked goodness right when you need it. Treat your guests to warm, melty classics, deluxe cookies, and even ice cream cookie sandwiches. Perfect for office celebrations, Super Bowl, birthday surprises, you name it. Order ahead and get it delivered. You want your Super Bowl party to pop? Insomnia Cookies. Make your event a little bit sweeter. Located downtown at 16th and Q Street. It's a full day of shows here. We are in the space that Bach and I were talking during the break. Here's what I didn't know about me until last night. And I figured it out. So the Grammys were last night. And Bach, I don't know when it happened. But I've officially become the old guy who does not know anybody on the Grammys. Like, I know the names. I don't know like what songs they sing for some of them. But I was just like, what is going on? And then you have to remember that yeah, I'm the old guy. Like, officially, I'm the old guy. So I have to accept that changes come and there's new people and new talent. And you have to learn who they are. And I've become obsessed with a couple of them. My daughter sent me some notes on a couple of people. And then I started watching the videos and I went down the rabbit hole there. And my goodness gracious, there's some talented young people out there. And we don't know it because we get bombarded with the nonsense. And then the truly talented people get left. So if you're looking, let me just say, there's a young lady by the name of Lola Young that my daughter hit me through. Lola Young and Selah Sue. And she sent those to me, and I was like, wow, these are brilliant. These are amazing. But I would say, Bach, that I knew 50% of the artists.
That's not too bad.
Right?
That's
Maybe. And the third, I knew the artists and their songs. Like, some of them I knew their name because they're talked about so much, but I don't know why they're famous. I just know that they're like, people know who they are. I've heard people talk about them, but I don't know their music. Like, I couldn't tell you what the catalog is. But then there's the rest of it. I'm just like, what is happening? Right? And you mentioned the young lady that had the provocative dress on.
Yes.
And I had to remember that I was raised around David Bowie, Peter Gabriel, Mick Jagger, Madonna's Like a Virgin, Prince coming out on stage wearing nothing but being booed off the stage in front of 90,000 Rolling Stones fans because he came on stage wearing bikini bottom and like a trench coat. And they were not prepared. They were not prepared. Right? That it just happens. Right? It just happens. So as it evolves, yeah, I'm just fully excited. I don't know how y'all feel about it. I didn't know I was not, man, I thought I was cool. Yeah. Texas says, love the interview with Willie Miller. Yeah, those are amazing stories and journeys to watch people grow into a different version of themselves. Texas says, always great to hear from Willie Miller, one of my favorite fullbacks that ever played the game. Cigar Guy, yeah, I'm with you. He says, I watched the Grammys with my 14-year-old daughter last night. Felt mildly old, but not too bad. One group she loves was up for Best New Artist, and I watched them, and they did not get it. Yeah, Lola Young winning it, my daughter was leading me up. She was setting me up to understand who these new artists were. And the new artist is the change of the direction. That's literally what the new artist is for. That in whatever's existing in music, they're there to change the scope. And there's a thing that happens, and I want to say it's once every 7 years or so. And I don't know what there's the British Music Academy. And once every 5 to 7 years, there's a young British young lady who comes in. And you go back to Amy Winehouse, Adele, Jessie J, and now this Lola Young, that in cycles. They pull some. Their music academy. I mean, New York has its own music academy, but my goodness gracious, the British Music Academy, they pull people in, and it's pretty amazing. It's pretty amazing. Cupster says this is the Grammys are way too political for me. I don't know the separation of policy, right? It's one thing to talk about policy. Another thing to talk about people and condition. Music has always been shapeshifting. Music has always been the mirror, and music and sports. Those are two things that are the mirrors to what's going on in the country and the world. And yeah, if you're uncomfortable by it, maybe you should actually dive into it. Don't run away from it. Embrace it. It's just conversation. Like, it's just conversation. Music has always been. I'm old enough to remember my grandmother talking about the Beatles and their long hair. What is happening? And the transition from people showing up on TV as musicians wearing suits and ties to wearing bell-bottom blue jeans. It's always been, it's always been the mission. Music is for young people to shapeshift the rest of humanity. That's what it's for. Rap music, that was the very core of it. Jazz, it is rebellious in nature. Country music is to remind you of your humanity and the base things that connect us all. Music is supposed to be a connector. It's not supposed to be a divider. But it allows you to section off what speaks to you. And you're fine either way. But that's kind of what it is. Right? I mean, that's kind of the way. I mean, artistry, music, I mean, that's literally the nature of it. That's why it exists. Rock music was young people screaming to the adults. It's always been punk music. It was the outsiders yelling at the mainstream. Punk, new wave, new age, emo. It's young people telling their adults, hey, pay attention to this. We want to be heard. Don't be offended by it. Don't be bothered by it. Just listen. And if it's not for you, then don't listen. That's fair. All of that is fair. Cigar Guy says, the best music has always been a reflection of society and thereby political. Yeah. I think here's what, imagine that the rest of the country feels away and you in your pocket of the country doesn't agree with it. Okay. But country music has its own awards. The Grammys are a whole other force. The hip hop awards, it's a whole other force. Country music, you go to, no matter, there's a place for you and what makes you comfortable and uncomfortable. Embrace them both.
Get ready for all that coming back. I'm not saying either way. It's just going to happen with Bad Bunny at halftime of the Super Bowl. Those discussions are going to be coming back.
No, but it's music. Like, how do we not miss? How do we miss that? How do we miss that music has always been, and the Super Bowl is a global event. The belief is that it's an American event. No, it's a global event. It's based in America. And America has a whole bunch of things in one pot. It just is. If what's for dinner today ain't for you, hey man, yours is coming up. As a matter of fact, you probably already had yours. It's a weird thing to have people who get catered to all the time and they get uncomfortable when somebody else gets catered to. It's like the complaint is, why aren't you still catering to me? Why is this about me? Sports does that too. We identify. The Big Ten says, hey, what about us? Nebraska basketball will say to the Big Ten, hey, what about us? We want the same treatment you give everybody else. We want fair treatment. Isn't that what the basketball, listen, Mr. Official, they shot 49 free throws in 2 games. We shot 9. What is up with that? And if you tell me that's just who you are, we need to have a discussion. That's where we'll take the discussion. 49 free throws for opponents in the last 2 Husker games. And people will say, well, it's jump shooting, it's three-point shooting. No, because as Fred Hoiberg told you, he gave you the playbook, that the work defensively is done before the ball arrives. Sometimes the foul occurs away from the ball. Sometimes it occurs on the cut to the basket. Sometimes it occurs in transition. And those accumulations of fouls along the way is what sends you to the free throw line. It's not just fouled in the act of shooting. It is fouls accumulating over the course of a half. At some point, there were 23 shots inside the arc for Illinois, and they had taken 9 free throws. Nebraska had taken 20, and they had no free throws. So there's a whole thing. Anyway, we'll close out one-on-one when we come back.
Watch live on Facebook, YouTube, or Twitch. You're listening to One-on-One with DP on 93.7 The Ticket and theticketfm.com.
Every winter, I struggle with feeling sluggish and down. I've read about the benefits of red light systems, but trying the Spectrum 7 at MaxTan has become my bright spot. A few sessions of full body red light, and I'm more energized and centered. It's my go-to winter boost, MaxTan.
There are so many realtors in Lincoln and Omaha, but don't get overwhelmed by all the no-names, plus all the different companies. Ben Bleicher with Professional Realty Group at Berkshire Hathaway Home Services Real Estate is your go-to option, whether buying or selling residential, luxury, leasing, investment properties, or commercial property, small or large. Ben's team offers decades of experience, unbeatable customer service, and promises to fully protect your interests throughout the entire transaction. Call 402-419-6309 for all your real estate needs. Ben Bleicher with Professional Realty Group of BHHS Ambassador Real Estate.
Tired of asking what's for dinner? Nourished for Life has got you covered. At Nourished, they're a local meal prep company that delivers fresh, chef-crafted, healthy meals straight to your door. Made from wholesome ingredients and ready when you are. No shopping, no chopping. Just heat, eat, and enjoy every night of the week. Fuel your busy days with balanced meals that are designed to keep you satisfied and energized. Visit nourishedforlife.co to purchase meals and taste the convenience of home-cooked comfort without the hassle.
This is your year to win way more than bragging rights. At Warhorse Casino, your love of the game could earn you serious cash. The Pro Football Frenzy is free to play with cash prizes all season long, like up to $1,000 weekly, with your chance at $1 million, all while earning tier points and comp points every time you place a sports bet. Only at Warhorse Casino. Wagers may only be placed on Nebraska-based teams when played outside the state of Nebraska. Must be 21 or older to gamble. Gambling problem? Call 1-833-BET-OVER.
Hey guys, it's Austin Orman. Join me and former Husker Jay Foreman this Friday, February 6th for Old School, live from Back 9 Golf, just south of 14th and Pine Lake Roads in South Lincoln. We'll tell you all you need to know about the premier indoor golf place in Lincoln while enjoying Friday afternoon action of the Waste Management Open. Stop by for giveaways, prizes, and a tour of the facility. We hope to see you there on Friday, February 6th, beginning at 3 p.m. for Old School, live from Back 9 Golf in South Lincoln.
93.7 The Ticket, Fox, KFXL weather. Sponsored by John Henry's Plumbing, Heating, and Air Conditioning.
Your Lincoln forecast for today, patchy fog this morning. Otherwise, we'll see mostly cloudy skies and light winds. The high around 39. Tonight, mainly cloudy skies, calm winds, a low around 24. And tomorrow, we'll see mostly cloudy skies and light winds with an afternoon high near 37. I'm meteorologist Kyle Plucker from 93.7 The Ticket and theticketfm.com.
You started your business to build something special. Now it's time to grow and protect it. At Pinnacle Bank, our treasury management services help you do just that. Through smarter payment technology, account administration, and fraud protection. So no matter the size of your business, you can get the most out of your financial operations. Request your free consultation at pinbank.com/consult. Pinnacle Bank, the way banking should be. Member FDIC.
Hey there, this is Paul Scheel, owner of High Electric. I want to thank our friends and loyal customers and introduce High Electric to those looking for a new electrician. We've been serving the Lincoln and Omaha area for over 30 years, from design to install, upgrades, and repair. If you are a homeowner or a small business needing some electrical work, Call us at 402-466-6606 or check us out at hyelectric.com. We look forward to hearing from you.
Mike, I've been thinking our house could really use a makeover. How about new siding?
I've been thinking the same thing. Have you heard of James Hardy?
Yes. Sarah down the street had Roofing Service Company install James Hardy siding on their home, and they love it.
Roofing Service Company does have great reviews.
They took her through the design process and made everything super easy.
Roofing Service Company offers expert design and installation. Couple that with James Hardy's durable products and variety of colors, you and your family will love your exterior remodel. Just visit roofingservicecompany.com. That's roofingservicecompany.com.
For remote starters, audio upgrades, and more, there's only one place to go. Auto Sounds of Lincoln at 48th and O.
If you're tired of the dieting circuit paradox but still want to look, feel, and perform better, you need to get to Nutrition Authority and ask about our nutrition coaching featuring LifeBase. LifeBase takes a complex world of nutrition and makes it simple with real results that last. Stop in to learn more or check us out at mynutritionauthority.com.
Back to One-on-One with DP. Sponsored by the Downtown Lincoln Foundation on 93.7 The Ticket.
That is too funny. That is too funny. Yeah, the Bad Bunny thing is just funny to me. I'm sorry. It's just funny. Like, it's a halftime show. It's a free halftime show. And most of you are going to be places where, quite frankly, you could just do something else. For 12 minutes. 8 minutes. But to not understand, I'm old. Like, I've seen every Super Bowl. I've seen every Super Bowl. The very first Super Bowl. Bach, are you ready for this?
I'm ready.
Halftime show Super Bowl 1. Al Hirt. I would say that 80% of the people listening to this do not know who Al Hirt is. I know who Al Hirt is. That's what we did. You had the Anaheim High School High Steppers and drill team.
Nice.
Year 2, Miami, Grambling State. So they went and got an HBCU band. Year 3, HBCU band, Florida A&M. Year 4, they're in Tulane. Al Hirt, Lionel Hampton, Carol Channing singing Hello, Dolly. And then they punched it up with the Southern University Marching Band. Then in Miami, Anita Bryant. And you talk about political. Anita Bryant was fully political. And it's okay. But we were forced in a duration, a long run, to listen to annual performances by Up With People. Which is, if you don't know Up With People, go and find Up With People videos and then come talk to me about Bad Bunny and whatever else we're doing. We've gone the tour. It's free performance. I mean, we've had Andy Williams. We've had Julie Mallett, Miss Texas, on the fiddle. On the fiddle. Bach.
Bring back the fiddle.
The fiddle. Tribute to Duke Ellington. Up With People with another appearance. Up With People with another appearance. Then they went full, the Mouseketeers. Back to Al Hirt and Pete Fountain. Listen to me. We've been through some things at halftime. It's free performance. It's a free concert. Watch the football game. Talk to your friends and family. Have a laugh. Shake your butt if you feel like it. If not, it's cool. It's okay. Al Hirt and Up With People. And Anita Bryant. Boy, listen. Progress has been made. Hate to tell you. Oh, the walls will shake. Big man cometh. Adam Carricker up next on 93.7 The Ticket and theticketfm.com.
This is your year to win way more than bragging rights. At Warhorse Casino, your love of the game could earn you serious cash. The Pro Football Frenzy is free to play with cash prizes all season long, like up to $1,000 weekly, with your chance at $1 million, all while earning tier points and comp points every time you place a sports bet. Only at Warhorse Casino. Wagers may only be placed on Nebraska-based teams when played outside the state of Nebraska. Must be 21 or older to gamble. Gambling problem? Call 1-833-BET-OVER.
Hey fellas, let's take a quick time out here. February is American Heart Month, and listen, men are the worst at getting checked out. We'll watch every stat in the league, but ignore the most important one. That's our own heart health. So here's the plan. Talk to your doctor about scheduling a quick heart screening at Advanced Medical Imaging. It's fast, it's easy, and it could save your life. Your family needs you around a lot more than your fantasy team does. Make the call, get the checkup, take care of your heart at Advanced Medical Imaging.
Have you been looking for home technology upgrades but don't know where to turn? Online information can be contradicting and confusing. Lincoln's own experts at Diode Technologies can turn your living room into the place to watch your favorite sports. Whatever your vision is, Diode Tech is ready to make it a reality. From home theaters to outdoor entertainment spaces, they bring you along through the entire process to make sure you get exactly what you want. If you're ready to upgrade your entertainment space, visit Diode Tech online at diodetech.net or give them a call at 402-793-5124.
Is your furnace ready for winter? Call Bryant to perform a thorough check for comfort and peace of mind. 467-1111. Bryant Air Conditioning, Heating, Electrical, and Plumbing. Whatever it takes.
There are so many realtors in Lincoln and Omaha, but don't get overwhelmed by all of the no-names, plus all the different companies. Ben Bleicher with Professional Realty Group at Berkshire Hathaway Home Services Real Estate is your go-to option, whether buying or selling residential, luxury, leasing, investment properties,